They also had safety go teams, violence interrupters, and safe.
They don't want to do that shit that you got planned for them. These teams don't want to do that bullshit that you got planned for them. Shout out to Roger Wood, who just gifted 5 Ock Nation memberships. Shout out to Roger Wood. Appreciate you, bro. Listen, they don't want to do that shit. They don't get no social status from doing that shit that you're doing. They get social status from carjacking people, jumping people, knockout game, destroying things. Yeah, these kids don't want to do hayride, man. They don't want to do a hayride, man. They want to ride on their enemies. They want to ride on their enemies.
Workers out on the streets last night.
Last night, there was activities all across the District of Columbia for young people to engage in, and yet you saw it here. So we would say that most of our young people are doing the right things, but those who are not.
Yeah, most of your non-black young people are doing the right things. The Iranian kids, the Indian kids, the white kids, the Armenian kids, many of the Hispanic kids. The black kids are the ones that's not doing the right thing. You can't say that. You can't say that all the kids that are marauding through the town, costing people and damaging property and being a goddamn nuisance are black kids.
Whether we have places or not, we can't continue to allow them to engage in disorderly, violent, or illegal activity. We are going to do everything we can to have orderly environment in our city, to create spaces for young.
What would you wish I would stop thinking, Brown Sugar? What would you wish I would stop thinking? These white, yeah, but they're not doing this. White kids, yes, I know white kids are mischievous. All kids are mischievous. White kids are not doing this. Show me somewhere, Brown Sugar, where white kids are doing this. You can come up, Brown Sugar. You can come up. Show me somewhere, listen, show me somewhere, Brown Sugar, where white kids are doing this. Because it will be all over TikTok. If white kids did this once, it would be all over TikTok. It'd be on Good Morning America. It would be everywhere if white kids were doing this. And I'm going to task you with this because I'm not looking for this shit. I'm not looking for this shit, Brown Sugar. Find me a video. Just find me a video. Find me a video, Brown Sugar, and put it in the back chat.
People, but we can't love our kids more than their families and communities. And so we would say what the mayor's repeatedly said: parents, you need to know where your children are. Every place is not safe or a place for kids. Use Street after dark in Navy Yard. This is not a place for young people. And so we would say know where your kids are.
MPD said 5 people were arrested in total: an 18-year-old for having a knife, a 16-year-old for having marijuana, a 15-year-old for getting in a fight, and 2 14-year-olds for not obeying orders. A parent who.
And you know what? I hate that they do that, right? They say 5 people been arrested because that makes it seem like it wasn't that bad. I hate that they do that. Damn, the World Series is in the bottom of the 10th inning. Jesus Christ. The World Series is in the bottom of the 10th inning. Wow. When we know that probably 50 people should have been arrested. 500 people should have been arrested. That's another little trick they do. Even though I know that they can't determine who gets arrested, and the police can't arrest everybody because it's a tough job. And then you have juveniles too that you know they're not going to get any time. So the police don't want to take all these juveniles down to the station and process them when we know that they're all going to get out the same night and all their charges are going to be dismissed. So the police don't really want to waste time with that shit. But I will say this. When you hear 5 people arrested, it seems like, oh, well, it wasn't that bad. Only 5 people got arrested. No, 500 people should have been arrested. Press 1. Sponsor tonight's show, guys. Sponsor tonight's show. Sponsor tonight's episode. Whew.
Says she knows multiple teens who were in Navy Yard Friday night. Says the majority of them were leaving a community event, and a lot of kids came in from Maryland, places like Prince George's County and Suitland.
Stated that they went to the haunted house. They wasn't going down U Street because they were already right there. And the police and the National Guard start saying things back, and then they wanted them to chase them like big old kids.
There will be another vote on whether to bring back the expanded emergency legislation for the curfew this coming Tuesday. 7 News, of course.
Tonight on the news at 6, frustration among residents in Navy Yard is intensifying after another teen takeover sparked major disruptions and landed several people in jail last night. Thank you so much for joining us online on WSA 9 Plus. I'm Matthew Torres. It is a story many of you are clicking on WUSA9.com. Police say this latest incident involved hundreds of teenagers. And now we are learning in the past hour that Mayor Muriel Bowser is declaring a limited juvenile curfew until Wednesday. Our John Duran tells us this latest incident comes just one day after D.C. Council heard arguments on why they need to extend a stronger juvenile curfew in the district.
Video from a nearby apartment captured Friday night's chaos in Navy Yard. Police say several hundred juveniles were fighting and blocking streets.
It was interesting to see. I was like, oh, is this how DC's like?
Shelby Hemphill is visiting from Georgia.
This is interesting to see. This is what DC's like. Yeah, this is what DC's like. Now go erase all your tweets complaining about Trump bringing in the National Guard. You press 1. Go erase all your tweets bitching about Trump bringing in the National Guard from maybe 2 or 3 months ago. You piece of shit.
Several hundred juveniles were fighting and blocking streets.
It was interesting to see. I was like, oh, is this how DC's like?
Shelby Hemphill is visiting from Georgia. She says she watched this from her hotel room.
All of a sudden, it was like over 20 cop cars came and just kind of surrounded the area. And then we saw the National Guard standing around, and they were making like a circle around all these people.
DC police say they arrested 4 underage teens between the ages of 14 and 16 and 18-year-old Caden Brown for possession of a knife. Authorities say Brown came here from Accokeek. Police also say an MPD sergeant was knocked to the ground and suffered minor injuries.